Hey everyone, this is Zach here coming at you with another LEGO set review. This time we have LEGO set 7171, the Mos Espa Podrace set. Contained 894 pieces for ages 6 through 12, retail for nearly $90 back in 1999. Contains 4 authentic minifigures and 6, quote, other minifigures. So without further ado, let's take a quick look into the whole thing. And here's Anakin's crew. He has his flag with his colors, his pit droid, he has Qui-Gon, he has Padma, Jar Jar, and it is important to note that this was a separate set. Actually, hold on. Let me remove these two. This whole thing was once a separate set, LEGO set 7131. And here's a closer look of the engine itself. The fins do open awkwardly though. Like that. It's not trifold or anything. It's just weird. Here's another look of the engine from the back, and as for the simple little cockpit, there's Anakin with his binoculars down, a nice printing going on over there, printing off to the sides of this thing, and those are actually little doors that don't store anything at all. And here is, I believe how you pronounce his name, Gasgano, and his pod racer, and let's take a look into it all. Okay, so now here's a look at the engine itself, a very interesting design if I may say. We have some excellent usage of these old hinge pieces going on over here. And the whole thing can be taken apart for, I don't know, maybe a battle effect. But we'll take it apart just like so. And here's the back of the engine. And it is important to notice that off to the side here, he's got one of these saws that can unfold so he can cheat. He has the same symmetrical feature going on the other engine. But going on into the back of the cockpit, here we have Gasgano, I believe he's pronounced. And there's his cockpit right there. Doesn't have too much, has a headrest in the back, has a weird printed piece here, flaps to go up and down, and that is just about it for it. And here's Gasgano's pit stop. It's just a rack with some tools all around it, a weird canopy on top, and a flag to represent him. And here we have his little pit droid. And now let's take a look at Sebulba's side of the race. Let's first take a look at the engine, shall we? We have the buzzsaw in the front that can go up and down for him to cheat, I suppose. The fins off to the side can fold in half or completely break. And in the back, we have the fins that can be opened up to reveal some type of an exhaust back there. I don't know why it does that, but it just does. We have some nice detailing going on over here. Nice printed pieces. I don't know if they're supposed to fold up like that or not, but nonetheless, they can. We have the old tires in the back that can rotate for effects. Same thing going on with the other side of the engine. And here's just a look underneath the whole thing. And here's a nice view of his cockpit. You have these nice printed parts that they had back in the day. We have the saws going off to the side for some reason. A nice chrome piece for his head. Sebulba can be easily removed out of this thing. He just rests on 2 studs there. And that's just about all there is for the cockpit, but I will show you what's underneath it. Not too much. And here's Sebulba's pit stop. Just like the other one, it's got a rack of tools with a canopy, the flag for him, and his pit droid. And here's Jedi Qui-Gon Jinn. He has the simple hairpiece that they have used him ever since up to this date. The single printing on the torso, no torso printing in the back, and that single print on his head, nothing in the back as well. And here's a look at the classic LEGO R2-D2 with the printing going all around his white dome and the printing in front of him. Here's the classic LEGO Anakin Skywalker in the set. He's got his gray helmet and gray binoculars. No printing in the back at all. And if you remove the helmet, you can see his eyebrows a little better. And here's a look at Padma in disguise on the planet Tatooine. And she is the first female licensed LEGO character they have ever made. And that hairpiece you see up there was very nicely done for back in the day. And she comes with absolutely no printing in the back of the head or the torso. I'll remove that so you can just see how plain it is. And here's a quick look of the LEGO Jar Jar. No printing on the back torso, absolutely no printing on this custom molded head of his. All you get is the simple printing on his torso, the gray pants, and that's it. And here are the pit droids that you get with the set. We have Anakin's, Gasgano's, and Sebulba's. And they are the exact same design, except for the coloring. And what you can somewhat do to them is that you can fold them up a way to make them look like that. And here is this weird Gasgano figure, if you want to say. I'll just give you a look all around him. His 4 arms / legs are there. Yeah, this is just weird. Let me remove that helmet just to show you that in the back there is no printing. It's just plain as can be. Here is LEGO Sebulba. He is one single mold. He does not move around at all, so all I can do for now is just show you the little details around him. I can probably show you what's underneath him. That's it. And here is the box to this ginormous thing. Let's first start off with giving you a view going all around this thing. More detailing down there. More stuff to be shown off down there. And here is what is behind the box. Got all the pod racers lined up there. We have some alternate builds going on down there. I'll try to build those in a moment. But I want to quickly show you how you could open the set up. It flips open like so. Move the manual off to the side. And here you have 3 smaller sets, it appears, within the set. And I would also like to note out that for every box it came with, it had its own separate 2 bricks with different colors for some reason. I don't know why it's there, it's just there. But these smaller sets don't show any alternate builds from the back, it's just the same deal. Alright, so at the end of the instructions, there is a comic of some type at the end. You can take a good quick look at that. Next page, they make modified vehicles, and on the following page, you can try to make them. Alright, so the first one is Jar Jar's little yellow and green speeder. So I tried the best I could to replicate that. This is as well as I can figure what it's supposed to be. Take a look around. That's what I was able to make of it. Funny enough, it shows in the back of the instructions Sebulba riding the thing with an extra tan piece underneath it for support. And also, Padma makes this unusual like speeder, but again, I tried my best to replicate the thing. As far as I can tell, this is how you're supposed to be able to make it. There's an underview of all that. And I guess the engines can be tilted a little bit. But awkwardly enough, there's nothing under there to support it, so they could easily just pop right off like that. And the adventures continue on, moving on over here. Looks like that's what they're all up to. I'll let you have a take a look at that. And here are some of the alternate builds. And here's a look at that alternate build that we saw in the comics. And again, I just simply tried my best to duplicate that. I'll give you a 360 of it. Tell me what you guys think. The engines can go upward like so, and they are incredibly weak. It's just held down by 2 studs there. Not the best design in the world. And as for the minifigures, they just sit like so. R2-D2 comes out like that. Qui-Gon doesn't look the best with his cape like that, but that's really all he gets for seating. Here's another view of it. And here's what it looks behind it all. Very basic. And here's Anakin's awkward little orange speeder. You guys get another view of that. And again, I tried the best I could. I'll just give you guys a few good views of it. If you ever want to have this set and try to make the alternate builds, all what it seems to do is the flaps come down, the engines can move around a little bit, and well, that's just about it. So here's the first collection of alternate builds that you can make, and here's what I could do for the best of them. I've already shown off that one, that orange one, this orange one. I'll show off the others here. First one, the easiest one, was the stand. I'll just give you guys a few good views of that. We'll move on to the next one. Up next we have Anakin's black and red speeder of some type. Once again, I just simply tried my best. I'll give you guys some better views of it. That's really all what I can figure out what it's supposed to be. All I can really do is the wings can move up and down, and yeah, that's it. Here's another vehicle of Jar Jar's. I have no idea if I did this right or not. You guys can tell me if I did or not. I'll give you guys some other views. All I can really do is that these can go up and down. That's about it. Maybe it's supposed to roll. I don't know. Finally, we have Qui-Gon's blue and purple speeder of some type. I'm not too sure about it. Again, I tried my best. This is what I can come up with. Not the best in the world, I would have to say. These doors lead to nothing. As for the second batch of alternate builds, this is what I was able to come up with. Let's take a look at them. As for the first build, it's like Sebulba's mech thing. I'm not too sure what to make of it. But to me, it just seemed like a robot. I did the best I could based off the picture. The arms can move around and whatnot. It's got some tools on the end. That's just the best I was able to make out of it. Next one is a Padma speeder of some type. Again, I just did the best I could based off of that one image alone. Just kind of give you a 360 view of it. It's an interesting looking spaceship, I would say. Not too sure what to think of this one as well, but there you are. And the final one is a bit more elaborate, some type of spaceship of Jar Jar's. Not too sure what to think about this one either. I know I've said that a lot, but it's kind of like an interesting looking X-Wing, I would have to say. Kind of bland and empty space all around, but again, I tried basing it off of that one image alone, so there you are. And here's the set in all its glory with all the boxes, the instruction manual, the pod racers, the minifigures, the pit stops, and all that. I should also point out, I noticed for these two pod racers, they have those illegal blades on their vehicles for cheating, and Anakin does not. Thought I should just point that out there. So other than that, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share wherever you want. And also, one last question for the hardcore LEGO Star Wars fans. I noticed in this set you get a Jedi, Qui-Gon, and he does not come with a lightsaber. So my question to you fans out there is this. Is there another LEGO set where it comes with a Jedi without his lightsaber? Please let me know in the comments below. Thank you.